Futures on London and Papua New Guinea. Thank you for listening to the show tonight. I hope you enjoyed. You've got Keris on the way, and this evening she will be joined in the studio by Jules Holland. Wonderful Jules Holland. So it's going to be a great hour of radio. Take care. See you tomorrow night. It's Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 9 o'clock. This is Harvey Cook. The Border Force Union and refugee groups have expressed doubts about whether a revised deal between the UK and French governments will be effective in stopping migrants crossing the Channel in small boats. The Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, described it as an important step forward. Under the deal, British officials will be allowed into French control rooms and will be able to accompany patrols. Lucy Morton from the Immigration Services Union, the ISU, isn't sure the new measures will make enough of a difference.
Part of the heart of this is what do the French do with the migrants once they detect them? When these individuals are intercepted, if the French just release them to try again, which is what happens now, then anything else that we do is really just tinkering around the edges.
President Zelensky says Ukraine is moving step by step towards liberating all occupied territories. He made his comments on a surprise visit to Kherson only days after Russian troops withdrew from the city. He was greeted by crowds of people waving flags in the city's main square. The United Nations says the world's population is projected to hit an all-time high tomorrow, reaching 8 billion people. Statistics from the website Worldometer show the population grows by about 2 people a second and just under 200,000 a day. Melinda Mills is a professor of demographic science at Oxford University.
The population was rather stagnant until about the beginning of the 1800s. It was about 1 billion, and then it just started to grow and grow. But what we've noticed is that within about the last decade, it took about 12 years to reach an extra billion, and it's expected to go up to 9 billion within 15 years.
New data suggests that Britain has lost its position as Europe's most valued stock market. The business media group Bloomberg says France has taken the top spot. A weak pound, fears of a recession and a surge in the sale of French luxury goods are thought to be behind the shift. The Brit pop band Blur have announced a one-off reunion gig. It'll take place at London's Wembley Stadium next July and will be the group's first headline show since 2015. Blur were one of the UK's most popular bands in the 1990s, making 8 studio albums and winning 5 Brit Awards. 2 of the group's members, Dave Rowntree and Alex James, have been speaking to Joe Wiley about the Wembley gig.
It's quite a show, isn't it? I mean, it's not any show. It took quite a bit to tempt us back out away from our various projects, really, but Wembley's just something you can't say no to, isn't it? When you're offered that, it's like, okay then.
All right, I should think so.
I feel very emotional about it. I think, it just feels like the right time. My word.
Researchers in Israel have found what they say is the earliest evidence of fire being used to cook, which is considered a key point in human history. The new study suggests our early human ancestors were cooking well-done fish nearly 800,000 years ago. That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 9.
Keris Matthews. Listen live on the BBC Sounds app.